Have you ever heard that being skinny is always healthier? Well, it might be time to rethink that idea. Today, we're talking about a new study that's shaking up what we thought we knew about weight, health, and longevity. If you've ever stressed about your BMI, this one's for you. So, here's the headline. Being too thin could actually be riskier than carrying a few extra pounds. A major Danish study followed over 85,000 adults and found that the people most at risk of dying early weren't those with a little extra weight, but those who were very thin. Let's break it down. We've all been taught that the so-called healthy BMI range is between 18.5 and 24.9. But this new research suggests that the lowest risk of death may actually be among people with BMIs a bit higher than that, think 22.5 and up, even into the overweight category. Here's the shocker. People with a BMI below 18.5 were nearly 3 times more likely to die early compared to those in the middle to upper end of the healthy range. Even those just barely above that, with BMIs between 18.5 and 19.9, had double the risk. Meanwhile, people with BMIs in the overweight or even obese categories didn't show a significant increase in risk until their BMI hit 40 or more. So what's going on here? For one thing, having a little extra fat isn't all bad. It actually helps your body cope with illness. For example, people undergoing cancer treatment often lose weight, and having some reserves can make a huge difference in recovery. On the flip side, being underweight can mean your body runs out of reserves faster, making it harder to bounce back from health challenges. And let's not forget, sometimes being very thin isn't a healthy choice. It can actually be a sign of an underlying illness, like undiagnosed cancer or diabetes, which causes unintentional weight loss. But before you start celebrating every donut as a ticket, to us, longer life, there's a catch. The study also reminds us that BMI is a pretty blunt tool. It's just a number based on your height and weight, and it doesn't account for things like muscle, where your body stores fat, your diet, or your overall lifestyle. Plus, BMI was originally developed based on a small group of white European men almost 200 years ago. Not exactly a perfect fit for everyone. So, what should we take away from all this? First, don't stress if your BMI creeps above 25, especially if you're active and eating well. Second, being very thin isn't always a sign of health, and it can actually be dangerous, especially as we get older. And finally, it's important to remember that health is about so much more than just your weight or a single number. If you're worried about your weight, talk to your doctor and focus on healthy habits, not just the scale. Science keeps evolving, and so should our ideas about what it means to be healthy. So, what do you think? Does this study change how you view the ideal weight? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more science stories that challenge what you thought you knew. Thanks for watching, and remember, healthy comes in more shapes and sizes than you might think. See you next time.